Was at the gas station the other day filling up the old cord, and at the pump next to me, a young kid walks up. I'd say he was 13 or 14, and he's got a big gas can he's filling up, probably mowing some grass or, he's got a little dirt bike or something. Who knows? Well, he starts filling up, and after, 30 seconds or so, it stops, and he's got his gas can full. Well, he stands there and he seems confused, like he doesn't know what to do. So I'm watching him as, I'm filling up, watching. And he turns, he looks around, like he's got a huge problem and doesn't know what to do. Well, he's standing there with the gas can on the ground and that pump handle in his hand, looking around. And then I could see that he'd made a decision and it was time to act. Well, he takes the end of that pump and he puts it into the trash can and starts emptying it in there. And I said, hey, what are you doing? He says, well, I paid for $10 and there's $3 left on the pump. I said, well, you can't put it in a trash can. And he says, okay, well, I guess I'll just run it out here on the ground. And he starts spraying it on the ground. My neighbor had been out yelling at my kids for playing basketball after dark. And it set up a showdown that might have gone a little too far. So he was complaining that they were playing ball late at night, which late at night is 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I went out and bought a hen house and got a chicken run and put 3 hens and a rooster in it right on our property line. Well, his answer to that was to put up a 10-foot privacy fence in between us, just on that property line, not on the back of his property, not the other side, just right in between us. And so I extended the basketball court out, poured concrete, made it bigger, and I put up some lights so the kids could play out there later at night. Then he deflated a basketball that came over the fence with some kind of sharp object and threw it back. So one weekend when I knew him and his wife were going to be out of town, I listed their house for sale with a real estate agent. Well, after the open house was done on Sunday, my wife made me knock it off. One summer when I was in my mid-20s, my older sister called me and asked me to fill in one Sunday afternoon for her softball team. And since I didn't have anything going on, sure. Well, when I get to the park, I find out that my dad is going to be the lone umpire for the game. And at that point, I should have gotten back in the car and went home because he's obnoxious. And there's no doubt he's going to single me out. And every time I come to the plate, he's telling me this is a hitter's game. Don't be standing up here with the bat on your shoulder. And no matter where it's pitched, if I don't swing at it, he calls a strike, whether it's here, or here. So each at bat, I go up and I'm swinging at the first pitch or two because I know he's just going to love ringing me up if he can in softball. So we get down to my final at bat, and it's the last inning. We're down 1, the bases are loaded, and there's 2 outs. I come to the plate, and the first pitch that's thrown, I hit a foul ball to left field. The second pitch, I hit a foul ball to right field. And so 2-strike pitch is not even close. I would have needed a 9-iron to hit it. It bounced before it got to the plate. The old man, strike 3, you're out. Game over. I'm going, what? What is this? What is this? And before I could protest, he looks at me and says, hey, softball's a hitter's game. You got to come up here swinging the bat. I had the opportunity to meet one of the greatest baseball players of my generation, and I had no idea who he was. So it's 2002. Springtime, and I'm in Tampa. At about 1 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday night, I pull up at a gas station on the east side. And as I do, I see there's a Mercedes-Benz sitting there that looks like it's worth $100,000. I'd never even seen the model. It's beautiful, and it's got New York plates on it. And as I start to pump my gas, I look and see that there is a gentleman with a New York Yankees warm-up outfit on, very athletic looking. So I worked the nerve up after a minute and said, hey, I can tell you're one of the Yankees but I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan, so I don't know your face. Who are you? And real nice guy, big smile. Says, Mariano Rivera. And I stopped for a second. I said, well, who? And he gets a big smile. Says, Mariano Rivera. And I said, okay. Well, like I said, I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan, so I've never heard of you. But have a great year. Hope you stay healthy. Good luck if you guys make another run in the playoffs. Real nice guy, wave, get in his car and leaves. Well, the guy that was pumping gas in front of me turns around and goes, do you need a hearing aid or glasses? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, that was Mariano Rivera, the closer for the Yankees. He said, he's probably got 5 rings. I said, yeah. First ballot Hall of Famer. I don't recognize it. I come home the other night and get out of the car, and my neighbor's yelling at me. Now, I can't quite make out what he's saying because he's a ways off on the other side of his property. But he's going on and on about something. And we don't get along very well. So I said, what are you yelling? And he just keeps on going. He's saying something about his dog and the mailman. I don't know. I couldn't make it out. So I say, what's that got to do with me? And he gives me kind of this dismissive wave, turns his back, real rude. But he keeps going on and on and on. And I can hear it. And he looks a little crazy standing out in his yard. So I say one more time, what do you want me to do about it? And he turns around, gives me the universal sign for you're number one, pulls his cell phone out of his pocket, points at his ear. He was talking to somebody else on the phone.